We are going to learn about another video effect, very um, like very relevant color correction. It has a lot of power to it. Again, I'm just going to drag on another clip just to start fresh with after my black and white one. And this one's called Lumetri Color. So I'm just going to click and drag that onto my clip. And if we go over to our effects control, we can see all of the parameters that we can change with this Lumetri color. So I'm going to start off with just basic correction. As you can see, we can change the white balance. So if you screw up, and some of you guys do this, you don't set your white balance, you can actually change the temperature and the tint of the image after you shoot. Okay. You'll also just get some. We learned how to set the exposure, aperture, shutter speed, and if you needed to change that, or highlights or shadows, or your blacks or whites, you need to make them richer or whiter, you can change those here. So those are those basic ones that we learned with just basic camera operation. There's also some creative ones that we could use, like fading the film, changing the saturation, the vibrance of the color. And then we also have one that's very important, and it's called curves. Okay, if you open up curves, you're going to see this straight diagonal line. And if I want to improve the highlights of the video, I can click right here, click and drag up. Notice that my highlights become lighter. And if I want to deepen my shadows, I can again click on this curve, and I can pull down, and you see how it gets deeper. Very nice. All right, and we can see that controlled all the whites, all the highlights and the shadows. But you could actually break this off into branches. So if I select red, I can click and do it for the red channel. You can see how that's affecting it. Then I can go to green, and I can do it there. And then I can do it for blue. And those three colors that mix together to give us what we see on the screen. Very cool, right? All right, so this is what you would use to, again, control the brightness, the contrast, the lightness, darkness of your image if, again, you didn't control it very well during production. Well, they also have some more things you can play around with in terms of colors. And then we also have a vignette. So that adds that little bit of white around the edge. You can see it here, and you can control the feather of it. You can see a little bit better there to make it look old style. And that is the Lumetri color.